Welcome to the stream Tuesday night. I decided, especially because I decided previously, but because now this makes a lot more sense since we're starting so on the later side tonight here. Welcome to the stream. We are going to play this game. I saw him making the rounds this past week or last week, past 10 days or so. I don't know. This game, which I will say, is free, totally available to free to play. I'm trying not to go to the tips or ever. It was a game that was making the rounds in some people that I follow as far as talking about games for the recent Ludum Dare. It says there, I think, right? Yeah, Ludum Dare 59. It's like a game jam. And there's this team here that has made previous submissions that I don't think I had ever gotten around to, but I've heard other good things about other submissions and other games they've made. So I'll say, again, from the very beginning here, if you're like, oh, I want to play that totally free before you watch what I do here. But this was billed to me as a game heavily inspired by a game like The Root Trees Are Dead, which we had played earlier on this channel, earlier this year. And then also, I heard someone say that has like hints of Chants of Sonar. I was like, huh, interesting. So I wanted to check it out. Might as well do it on stream. I don't think it's super long, which is perfect. Hopefully we get it in bada bing, bada boom in like an hour and a half, and then we'll call it a night very quickly. Mind your ears. I did not test what's happened. I don't even know if music plays when I click run game. Who knows? I haven't read the how to play or anything, but I assume if it's like Root Trees Are Dead, it's going to be the same kind of thing. Ooh! Is there no music? Oh, you just get my voice, maybe? This collection of peculiar documents appears to be the records of a kingdom called Trevosa. Oh, do you want this to look a little prettier? Here, I can make this maybe look a little prettier. Or at the very least hide that bottom bar. And even maybe this. I mean, the thing is, if I hide this, it's not like I can stretch much more. Do you know what I mean? Do you want just like cinematic like black bars at the top and bottom? Sure you do. This collection of peculiar documents appears to be the records of a kingdom called Trevosa. Oh, I don't think I said the name of the game. It's called the Archives of Trevosa. Probably should have said that. The material has been translated where possible, but some cultural terms cannot be translated. Oh man, if there's no music, you're just going to get my voice. I say that like it's a negative thing, because it is. Try searching foreign terms or names in order to fill in the family tree. As you investigate these documents, keep in mind a larger question. Who are these people and where do they come from? Okay. This collection of peculiar documents appears to be the records of a kingdom. Try searching foreign terms or names in order to fill in the family tree. As you investigate these documents, keep in mind a larger question. Who are you people? And where do they come from? Okay, I'm ready. Oh, there's music, thank God. Everyone's saved, including myself. The signal. To the great Solem, I am Luder, oh no, of Trevosa. If this signal has reached you, the situation is dire. The dreadful... Nice set. It's on the... Okay, so the problem is... my old man eyes. This part is on the far part of my screen. I'm trying to read, but also... I think they're made up words, too. Yeah. Anything that has... Okay, I think I'm already sensing that anything with, that highlights is like a non-real word. The dreadful Nyset lies in wait to destroy, and something look to the Solem for an omen. Who is the true heir? Oh boy, but a decision should never be made in ignorance, even for a Solem. I've sent you all... of the... Oh my... I can't even read it because... You know what? I'm just gonna say blank out loud if it's a word that's not real. I think that's gonna be the easiest way. Please learn of our blank all the way back to blank, 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 blank. Learn the rules of succession and let your voice silence the blank who wish for chaos. Let your omen bring us peace. Oh, man. Note to translator. This collection of peculiar documents appears to be records of a kingdom called Trevosa. Material has been translated where possible. Oh. Try searching. Okay, so we have some kind of... There's 30 people, apparently. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, like it said, there's 7 generations. Search. There's that. Notes. Credits. Music. Data. Search the index. Search for words or names. Only the first 3 results are returned. Okay, so let's be smart about this. Let's not sure what all that was. What if there was like a search term? Yoret. Yoret. Okay. Found in Concord. To promote peace amongst the 3 great families, a joint royal family will be founded. While Yoret Barn will... There's just so many different... Found in Concord. So I went Yoret. That's what I searched. Seasons before the unification of Trevosa, the 3... You know what? I'm going to try to scoop myself even closer. I'm going to move everything. I'm shifting my body is being shifted. Here we go. Seasons before the unification of Trevosa, the 3 Varlin each had their own domain. The 3 somethings? The 3 families? Can I translate words? Or no? Fief? Oh, what? Here are all the different things. The beautiful? The titles? Titles of people? I wonder how I'm supposed to start this. There's always... Okay. The Field of Beasts. It's not even... I don't... Okay. Immediately I'm like, I don't know if this is going to make for a great stream game because a lot of this text is of the untranslatable and I'm also stupid. And also this man looks just like this person except without a beard. But I guess that maybe makes sense. Or not. I don't know. Should I search like... Bashil? Like, should I try searching... My brain actually feels broken already. I feel like I'm so dumb that, like, I get a paragraph and I'm like, okay. I know we're only a couple minutes into this, but it's not a great start for me. Okay, let me see. Maybe I'm just panicking. Okay, so every time I find a new thing, I think it gets added to this archive. So at some point, I would have... There's 49 documents. I could, in theory... try to just get... I don't think this is cheating. Right? If I go, like... If I find all the documents first and then parse through everything on the archive, maybe, or at least most, you know what I mean? Okay, so I already can see if they're dark, then it's the first time I'm opening a thing, so then it gets added. I have no shame. This is what I would do in real life too. I would be like, hey, if I'm some kind of researcher or something, I would like, as fast as I can, find all the documents I could, and then start parsing information. Sometimes in life, oh lil. So you can't, can you put just normal words in there? Like if I just put, if I put like Wanderstop, it's like pulling all the like games that I've searched for in like, I think in the GG app is what it seems like. Nolveth or Leth or Leth. Royal baby announcement? So I'm curious. Okay, I'm still gonna do what I'm doing here. But what I'm curious about is it possible to actually translate the words and then it like sticks so I don't have to actually worry about it? Or is it going to always be untranslated and then I'm gonna be dumb and be like, have problems? Tyrell. Yarn. Okay, so how many do you think? Okay, 26 of 49. So I already have more than half of the documents. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think this is smart. I think this is smart. Did I search Trevosa? Does it matter if I do the dash and then Varlin? Or if I just do... How do family trees work again? I feel like I always have this question. Is this like the two, is it just two last names and then saying this is the family tree of this people? Of this family and this family together? What does Sino-Tavol mean? What is... Sino... Stay out of the rain. Okay, so if you can click into a word, I see why it's doing that. Again, finding the... Find the documents. It's gonna be very funny if I find all the documents first. I mean, that's kind of where we're going. Finding as much of the documents, and then we just parse through a bunch of information. When the current sign dies... What are some of these titles? The Beautiful, the Bloodless, the Clipped Wings, the Curator, the Earthen, the Eccentric, the Exile, Royal Rider, the Tall. Okay, so they're color coded. Let's say the obvious things. You're it. So if you're green, Estin, you've got a purpley thing. Tamoth, you're blue. But should I also then just search her names too? Like, but an unfocused student. Estin Arna. Estin Arna. Estin Arna. So they do names with dashes. It's like Estin. So is it all these people Estin? Chasing. Her leave off. Estin Roll. And loves to challenge what he reads. Levoth has to be like... Levoth has to be either like brother or it's some relationship thing. Like some, because in that one note, Estin Arna is sweet and energetic, but an unfocused student. She's much more at home outside, chasing that. She attempts to be studious, but she clearly lacks the focus for true scholarly greatness. Estin Raw. This makes me think, like, Estin Arna, and then if it is, like, brother, challenge, like, this seems like it'd be talking about, like, a brother and sister. Estin, and then Estin Roll. But I don't know how we come up with titles. beer. With your upcoming to beer to that, I thought I would offer you some perspective from my old age. That's got to be like wedding. So this has got to be a wedding. And if this is roll, then this would be with your upcoming wedding to Solil. No. Solil. So it's got to be with your upcoming thing to your wedding. Estin roll. Estin marriage. Unless this is down here. This could also be reversed. This could be... Let's put, like... Taval. Do I want to put it down there? What was, much more academic and less challenging to reach. While this can be tiresome, we will make him an excellent sign. C-Y-N-E. When the current dies or is no longer able to perform their duties, their youngest son who has or is betrothed. Okay, I think this goes down. I think this is these people. This makes more sense to me. Because he's got this title. Sino. And I think Sine means, like, they've got the crowns. So I think sign is the gender neutral term. And then you have Sino if they're a guy, girl. And then these are the rules. So I'm going to move this down. This is going to be Arna. This is going to be roll. Roll. And then Solil. These names, man. And then get rid of these. I'm way more confident about that. When the current one dies, there's no longer able to perform their duties. Their youngest, Oleth. Their youngest... Or is betrothed and has passed their is heir. Youngest Seville. Their youngest daughter? How do I find titles of people? I have embraced my role as the royal writer. There we go. That's one. We take it. Each of our See, I don't want to like read the whole. I'm like scanning these notes because it's a lot of like made up words and shit. I'm like, I'll just scan it, and I don't even want to like say it out loud. So again, I don't know if this ends up being the best stream game. I didn't think I would be like so perplexed by the text where I would be like, I don't know how to approach this on stream. I've embraced my role and devote my energy to making sure everyone who wants can ride Matset and venture forth into the world. What? Okay, so if I have someone's name, I should try to just... My Oleth. My Oleth. Oloth. Yoret. Orleth. My Oloth. And his, welcome their first. Oleth. That's gotta be this. A beautiful Oleth called Oloth, Oleth. These words. We and the three will wish them great health on the start of the journey as Talo and Talia. So this is a note by this Eston Royal Son of Taval. So my Oleth, my Yorit, or Orleth. If I can start getting names down, then we can start worrying about titles. I think it's going to be names. And then slowly titles that we're going to figure out how. But a beautiful Oloth. My Olet. Mine. My child. This. And his. This. This. Wife. Welcome their first Oleth today. Olet from Kingdom Hearts. A beautiful Oloth called Luder. Ludir. We and the three. What is this? Thivi. We and the Thivi. I am Ludir, Oloth the Oreth of Trevosa. Of that Sino Tavern of Trevosa. If the signals reach you, the situation is dire. The dreadful Niset lies in wait. Can I search my archive for everything? Oh, I can. Oh, that's good. Actually massive. If we do find... I mean, wait, there's only 13 we haven't found. If we found them all, if we found all the documents and then we can search all of my documents just by word search, then this should be, in theory, very simple. Right? Orvit. This is Orvit based on this. I'm just looking for words that we maybe hadn't. Taro Belim. Lemma, the Great Threshold. Is the Great Threshold a name? A nickname? It sounds like one. If there are 30 people, are there 30 different nicknames? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, so all titles most likely used once, all names used once. Okay. The Great Threshold is also not... And sorry if I'm, like, talking away from my mic because I'm leaning in on my screen here. It's such tiny text. Tiny text! The Seer. Yorit, Tyrell, Beeline, the Seer. The Seer. Someone's the Seer. Yorit, the Seer. Tyrell offered the following powerful interpretation of a colorful omen. We need to find this one out because we could then do the Seer. Tyrell, the Seer. And Biret of Lemore. Oh my god, I'm driving myself mad with this language. The 74th season began with both Aver and Yoret Lemont, now Yoret Lemont Sino Yen. Sino Yen. So Yoret Lemore, Sino Yen, Lemore. Lamont, now Lamont, not Lemore, Lamont. Lamont, now Lamont Sino Yen, took Yoret Teriel, now that to his Teriel, so you're Toriel, Teriel, Tyriel, Tyriel, the Seer. So in my opinion, in my expert humble opinion, I've got 2 that should be locked in. I did see, I'm pretty sure this locks in at 3 correct as well. So if we get a title and name, so if we get one more title and name locked in and then we get those 3, then it'll be just like Oberdin, just like The Root Trees Are Dead, right? So let's try to get 1 and then we'll definitely see we're on the right path here. You're at Lamont. Eston Corvin, per the laws of succession, would be Son Yen, but has announced that instead he will host... This place seems... These people seem interesting. While hunting furry Masset of the series, a vicious-fanged F-set attacked and killed the Sinai Vole. This one. Estin Tall will be remembered as a caring tiller to all. Estin Tall will be remembered as a caring Tall. Man, this language, it's a mouthful. Estin Corvin, per the laws of succession, would be Estin Corvin would be, but is announced that instead he will host the whatever in 1 season's time with his Olaf Till Yoret Lamont declared Sino Yen. Sure, okay. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How many of these do we have? 38 of 49. Okay. Again, I don't consider this cheating. We're fucking, this is smart. If I was a document man, and these are the tools you've been presented. Because if I can get, like, most, like, just, like, a good, like, half more. I'm missing 11. If I can get, like, 5 or 6 more, then I'll have, like, a good number of documents, and I should just be able to comb through this shit. You know what I mean? Now I know I'm not being very methodical here in the slightest. I also should not be just blindly clicking words I've already gotten. I'm maybe gonna start searching for names. Like, if I go, like, or less. In fact, I should, let me see what the searching through in here is like. Or less. Wait, is this how this works? Oh. Oh, okay. I didn't have to hit, it's, I was thrown off there by a second. Okay, so these are all the documents I have of or let this person, if I was trying to find, like, the title here. S and roll. Welcome the first. We already, yeah, we had gotten this. Yeah. He'll ascend to the throne with great hopes for his reign. After his, the restorer, and his tallow, the prosperous. So after his Talil al-Brow and his parent and his... If I know what these words are... It's got to be like his parent father, his parent mother. You know what I mean? Abrao, tallow. So it's got to be this. The first word, tale is gonna be like father or mother, and then tallow is mother or father, and then obreo, so parent. So it's kind of like saying like their mother parent and the father parent. So I want to say Raul. I'm gonna think the restorer and his tallow, the prosperous. Yeah. Yep. It's that same satisfying thing when you lock in the 3 and you're like, yup. All right. So we got, okay, so this is what it does when you've got, and then, so it's saying the prosperous, and you are the restorer, which is a dope title. I gotta say, if I was known as the restorer, that means you came in and you fixed some shit, okay? I like that. Okay, we're locking in. We're getting things done. We're doing the damn thing. Now, we still need Orleth's title. And that's gonna put your dream on hold. Orleth is a note saying, you're it, my far distant relative. So you're at Irlov, and you're saying your wife, Tamoth Ervala. Easy. Easy. The Great Oltev. Spends every waking minute on excavation to the point she's being named after the earth for living underground. Is it the earthen then? The earthen sounds right? If you're being named after the earth. So I've locked that, and then this. So if I get one more... I am Ludir. Oh, yeah. Orleth and his brood welcome their first Oleth to a beautiful Ludir. Why do I have this marked? Was that an accident? Oh, you can like do the different colors. That's kind of cool. Okay. Okay. Sure. Okay. Show undiscovered hint. Show the number of undiscovered documents that can be found via the search terms within each document. I'm going to try not to do that at the moment. Oh, all three of these were new. Look at that. Nice set. Essen Orbit was crowned as Great Uniter. Great Uniter? Is that a thing? The gate opener. God. With the exile of Fief and his followers to the field of beasts. Exile? Would that go like this way because they're so separated? With the Essen Orbit was crowned as Great Uniter and until of Trevosa. Orva Inner Wisdom has ushered in the first era of United Trevosa, the era of temperance. That wouldn't make you the temperate. Temperate. Beseat. Civil, have you forgotten about me already? Yeah, this might not be the most interesting watch because I refuse to I can read on stream, but it's when it's a bunch of words where I'm like, I'm just saying things and then I'm like, and I'm doing less scanning. Like I'm scanning, I'm reading, You're just gonna have to scan and read along with me on here. This is interesting. Shungadung, gung, gung. BC decree the creation. What is this word? I feel like I'm so close to something there. Fuck. Bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Do 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 do. I have all but 7 of the documents. We should be knocking this out. Who's someone? We haven't really. A title for Lamont. Title for Lamont. A title for Lamont? Named at Lamont. He is the first Oleth born of this generation. This has got to be Corfin. based on this. Per the laws of succession would be that, but has announced that instead he will host that in one season's time with his Olaf Till Yoret Lamont. I keep saying Lamont. Following his that to Tyrell. Yes. Great. We need more titles. We need titles, people. Titles! Now, in theory, I could just brute force it, but I'm trying not to yet. But if we get long in the tooth on this, then I'll be like, let's start brute forcing titles. If we must. That was silly of me. That's not what I meant to do. I just want to see. Estin Varolin and Tomoth Varolin will be the that and Belone, while Yoret Varolin will ride the Beelin to the first heir. What are these words? To promote peace amongst the three great families. The three great families. Yoret, Estin, and Tomoth. Tomoth? Seasons before the unification of Trevosa, the three Merlin each had their own domain. This has got to be bubmanXIV. It's an exile kind of thing. This looks like an exile based on the structure of this. And they're saying Tomoth, he gets exiled at some point. I'm gonna try. In the 88th season, Tomoth Noveth, the Olath Obrat. This is probably. The Olath Obrat. Olaf. In the 88th season. I want to say that that's probably. Opening. I think this is Nolveth. Is Heir of Beasts? The Heir of Beasts? Okay, so that's the second one. I was about to... Wait, no. The Earthen. The Restorer. Wait. I'm less sure about the Earthen. That one I kind of guessed on, so I'm going to take that back. That one's probably not right then. Or I have this person in the wrong position. But I'll hold off on this. Actually, let me... She's being named after the Earth. That's what I thought. Can you search titles? But if I go like restore her. Yeah, you can probably search titles then. The Beautiful. Damn. Damn. Okay. Let's try to... Orbit decreed that Oral of your... Shabbos, Oleth, Bashiel, Corvin, and the Air. This has got to be Oleo. Oleo. Is this Seldy? If not by blood to 3. So she's saying, if not by blood, Orlil is still protector of these 3. And it says, considering Orlil's probably daughter. So I'm gonna say this is probably wrong name. Selly. When you once you lock in a name, like is Tyrael taken off the names list? Yes. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Oh, duh. Yeah. Yeah. We need a name. We need... Okay, so this is a beef. This is beef between Bestial to this. Your outward visage... And you are F set. Damn. The beef there is real. How I'm having the most trouble with the titles and stuff though. I mean, I get the game isn't gonna give me exactly like shouldn't be just as easy as me just searching and it just being there, but let me see some of these other titles. Bloodless? Would the Bloodless be... Wasn't there a person without a, Is this person the Bloodless because they don't have a tie to any of the names? You know what I mean? Oh, I meant to search that here. That just seems like a title if you'd be called the Bloodless. If you're not tied to one of the families. Just a thought. GAA. After the usurpation by the heir of beasts, the crown passed to his Oleth, Tomoth, Nareen. They had a great vision for Trevosa, but their ideas were so wildly impractical and caused so much chaos that they were disposed of only a few seasons. Varlin and Trevosa, their own included, colluded for them to be exiled. Echoing the founding, Estin Amath was declared Amath, and Yoret Yaron the era of plenty. Are you the exile then? None of these things are locking in. That's not a good sign. Okay, maybe you're not the exile. I don't know. The false heir? The forgotten, the gate opener. Are you the gate opener because people thought you were the gate opener? The heir of beasts. Initially skeptical of appointing your Olaf as head of couriers. Yoret Morphol was just recently passed his Olestra, and I thought the role would be too much for someone without extensive experience. Glad to have been incorrect. Your program. Okay. I was initially skeptical of appointing your Olaf Bowles. I feel like this is because we have someone, the quartermaster. Your Royal Highness, you. Initially skeptical of appointing your Olaf Vol Levov. Is that going all the way down here? If I could keep straight the names for all these different familiar... It's gotta be... It's a Yoret. And it's a Yoret we don't have a name for already. So it's not gonna be like... It's obviously not up past here. And it's probably not in line with this. I mean, you'd probably say... I was initially scheduled pointing your... It's probably this dude. Unless it goes all the way down here. But that doesn't make sense. I think you are Morphol. And you're the quartermaster. And it doesn't lock in. Oh my god. We just gotta keep trying. Are you the exile? Oh! Okay. Okay. But that means, just like in other games like this, we know then where we've made a mistake. A mistake would be here. You're not the restorer. You're not the restorer? You're telling me you're not the restorer. There was something that... Let me search restorer. What was we either have your name or your title wrong. Orleth will ascend to the throne with great hopes. After his Talo Obreo the Restorer and his Talo the Prosperous. So this has got to be the right title. It's the name we probably have wrong. Where did we get... It says with your upcoming that to that. Go back. Maybe it's restore. Okay, I think it's probably this. It's saying Talo is your father. Talal Abreu is probably up a step. It's probably not your... You're probably not that. This probably goes up here. One of these are the Restorer. And it would make sense if it was a moth, because she restored. It would be a title because she restored after this whole nonsense. I'm gonna put Restorer back up here. I'm feeling better about that. Okay. I'm probably going over the 1.5 hour mark if I don't pick up the pace here soon. But I would assume because there's, you know, if we get like, we've locked in 6 of 30. Once we get to like 9, 12, 15, then things should really start, I would assume, falling into place. That there would only be so many choices. I'm just missing 5 documents. So really, the only excuse I have... Or I have no excuse, I should say. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Are we back to giving you the Earthen title, maybe? The Great Oltev is such a funny... I saw something. To tell to all that now just would you be the clipped wings? Yeah, because you can't go. He couldn't. He wanted to be up in the sky, and it was like, no, you got to support your wife doing all the things on the ground. Okay, so there's that. Good. Okay, so we got that. I should like context wise try to figure out some of these titles. The Newlywed, the Gate Opener, the Forgotten, the False Heir, the Eccentric, the Earthen, the Curator, the Bloodless, the Beautiful, the Soft Voiced. Weren't you known as the Soft Voiced because you would be quiet? I think that's you. The Forgotten, the Nurse, the Peaceable, Songbird, the Tall, The usurper's heir. I, this, Oleth of that, and Oleth Abreu of Tamoth Taleo give the following decree. Fan art. We shall push further. We will train. Okay. Okay. So I think this is saying I, son of that, or daughter, daughter of Noveth, that's you. I don't think that would be given to that. I think you would be that. TLA. On my expedition across the arid lands, I met the most unlikely of travelers. Matella's still. This is Bashil's journal. True heir, the vanquished, the wayward. Doom, 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 doom. I'm only missing 4. Like, the fact that I'm only missing 5, and I'm like, okay, well, ooh. So many of these names I've put down. It's just I don't have the titles match with them, so it looks like I'm still missing. Both Esther Michelle and her sister. I'm gonna say the beautiful is going to here because we always talk about like how we always there's a lot of notes about Corbin being like vain and beautiful and all that. Are you the explorer then? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 the explorer. Okay, great, great, great. We love to see it. It's a lot more manageable. The names and all, they're getting managed. We hear upcoming wedding to Salil. Some important turn took place in troubled times. You're never had true that. Instead, she had a small world with only their closest. Remember how Yarn stood a full head above everyone else. He was hard to miss. He stood a full head? Is that because he's the tall one? The tall? Okay. The tall? He's tall? Look how tall he is in that picture. So tall, man. How do I find out who this is? You're interesting. Caldosa. That their full intent to name their also Caldosa when she comes of age and completes her list. That might be... Okay, this must be Caldosa then. Okay. So this was like beef maybe between Corbin and Tall? Because they're like, hey, that's an outsider. My child should be the next one and not your... Yeah. Yeah. This must be Lamel, then. And if we go... Yeah. 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 But what would be its title? I almost partly want to go back to you being the Earth and... Oh, shit! Now it's all correct. Oh, my God. Smooth with it. Okay, so now we're back. We're so back. We're so back. We're so back. Oh, the titles are getting shrinkaged. Okay. No panic on my part. We're getting it done. We're definitely getting this done in under 2 hours. Believe me. Believe me? Believe. The songbird, the nurse, the newlywed, the gate opener. The gate opener. Beseat. Okay, I think this is gonna be. Right now, you know that Lenore and I had a. It's the only people that we haven't had a pair up and their blanked names, which would probably be down here. That's gotta be it, I would imagine. So you're gonna be Yorit, T-Mig, and you are Lonara. We had a wedding yesterday. It's been whatever seasons since Lenore completed her Olesada, and we refuse to wait for your blessing any longer. I'll repeat again that it's been 3 generations since the restoration. There's no question of Timoth Verlin's loyalty to Trevosa. I want to find Lunara. Oh. Bye. 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 Beep bop. Beeping and bopping all over the place. We're beeping, we're bopping. The curator. Duh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's one title. Come on. I'm looking for titles for names that we have yet to. Your gifts of song. And summon the palace already as one of the singing great birds. Ah, songbird. Easy. Okay. We're working there. What did you do? What was your deal? What did you do, really? What's a name I have not put on? Narset? So I searched Narset. Security check. Security minister. While the Tomoth Verlin was behind that ward following disaster, not all of them were complicit. Like all large Verlin. Tomoth Narset comes from one of these branches. As far as we can tell, she chose to live on the outskirts. Is eccentric compared to most nobles. The eccentric? Boot! 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 Okay. Huge. We're at 18 locked in. Now. On an expedition of her own. Would she be the wayward then? There's only a couple names I haven't placed at all yet, right? 1, 2. Three. Did I search BC? remember your cruelty. That's gotta be you. You're BC. I remember your bitterness, I remember your cruelty, and then I have a new title to live up to. A new title. You're probably like the peaceable or the stalwart. Or the not the wayward. I mean, this is probably a note from Fief to Beseat, I would imagine. And then, so we read the note that Tal was like, oh, it should go to Caldosa. And then Corvin was like, fuck no, Caldosa is not of the blood or whatever. So I would think Lamont would be the false heir, right? Because then you're saying that it broke the rules just to try to keep order, or whatever the word they had used at that point. So I think Lamont's the false heir. The gate opener. The gate opener. The newlywed, the nurse. Who would be known as... The newlywed would probably be one of these two, if they are just newlywed. They themselves newlywed. Right? But that would only go to one of them. Only one could be the newlywed. The newlywed. Tough. The true heir. So then the true heir... The false heir. But you're already the bloodless. Are you the true heir? I mean, the true heir probably goes to one of these two, right? If it's like the final... If we're going the final generations here all the way down. And is it go to him? Is it the rule? I may have understood the rule. I think you're... I don't know about this. I think... I'm making a little bit of an assumption there. A little bit of an assumption. How come I don't know who the fuck you are? Are you the only one without a name? Or there's two, right? These two. What are the names I haven't? Limal, I've put somewhere. Limel is up here. I'm just checking because I'm gonna search. Lamont, we definitely have. Lunara, we put down there. Looter's down there. Lizna. Let's search. Oh, we got a part 1. Leading to her moniker, the nurse. Okay, so we have already... Okay, we have a name. We have a name and we have a title, the nurse. This is great. This is great. This is great for us. I suppose everyone at the funeral would honor her. Didn't expect the tenants weren't to be there, and someone pulled me aside and spoke to me. Hello. Enjoying it so far? It's alright. It's about what I expected. It's probably not as deep as like the root trees are dead type situation, but it's clever, and I think it's mix of root trees are dead family putting together thing, also though with like words, like a language that you're unfamiliar with, I think is kind of clever. I think that's a clever bit to it. As frustrating as it can be, because reading out loud the words, well, I stopped trying to read it. But I think it's very interesting. I said at the very top, someone told me, like, it's a mix of basically the Ruchis are dead, and then Chants of Sinar, and the fact that throughout all the documents you're getting is this made-up language. And so part of, not only do you have to piece together the family tree and, like, do all that part of the puzzle, but also you got to slowly start trying to figure out what the different words are, because the words very much tell of, like, the different things. That's the best way I can put it. And then obviously the story you're getting in the documents is kind of interesting. So one of these is Lizna the nurse. I would say, I'll repeat again, I trust you'll come to terms with this. You're Oleth. Timig. You're Olaf. That Lenara and I had our wedding. It's been that since Lenara completed her. That was generous to take on the role during the marriage instead. Okay, I assume then you are Lizna, the nurse, up here. I assume that's gotta be that. All right, appreciate it. Yeah, I'm taking a long time on it, but I bet someone smarter than me could finish it in like an hour and a half, if you're more focused as well. So it's a short time. So then the only name we haven't used here, is it Orvet? I don't think I gave Orvet anything. Orvet, let me make sure before I start going on a big old, no, Orvet's up there, damn it. What was the other name? I forgot. Sartina, that definitely sounds new. Oh shit, oh, it's a 2 more. I will not live to see. You're at Lemot's final words. Sartina, so that's definitely gotta be Sartina. Okay, I want to check and make sure. Live well regardless, may you find that, or that mixes and rise with you, the smoke of a candle. That I was vanquished in battle, but never in spirit. Are you not the false heir, and maybe you're the vanquished then? Maybe? Maybe? That I was vanquished in battle? Let it be written. She is the wayward no longer, it says. Ooh, yeah, buddy! Yeah, buddy! Yeah, buddy! Alright, that's 21 of 30 done. Okay, so now we've got all the names locked in. We are just now going titles. And I have all of the notes. I've got all of the notes. We are all 49 of 49. So really, it's no more searching is needed by me technically. We gotta do this. We gotta do this. Okay, titles. What titles are left? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9. So 9 titles. Oh, of course. Okay, I want to make sure I got the numbers right. Yes, 21 to 30. Now we just got to place these. The false heir wouldn't go to like you or you or you or you. It'd go to someone who has probably one of you two. The Forgotten, the Gate Opener. The Newlywed. peaceable, the stalwart, the temperate, the true heir, the usurper's heir. Does I brute force it? I can start placing the names, because if we have the names and then we have just 9 titles and we got to get 9 titles, and then if you lock in 3, then you start mixing them around. Okay, so this guy, probably not the false heir, probably not the forgotten, probably not the gate opener or a newlywed. So he's gonna be, he said something about like how he had a title, a new title. Peaceable would kind of make sense. Stalwart, maybe. Temperate. One of those 3, you would assume. You would imagine. I mean, I'm close to just try to technically brute force, but I also want to try to do it in a smart way. A false heir. I'm gonna put them, I'm gonna say usurper's heir. What if I did something like that? Or that? What if I did that? The usurpers. Usurper. And then you're like the peaceable. So good. I'm not gonna be made to feel bad for these last remaining titles. I got all the notes. I got the notes. The answers are somewhere in here, I'm sure. Okay, so now we're starting to see the picture. I mean, the newlywed, the stalwart, the true heir. What if like you and like you wouldn't be the gate opener? That would be crazy. Wait, I gotta keep the name there just so that... That's not what I meant to put. I meant to put you there. What if I put you there? Or... The Forgotten? I mean, you're kind of forgettable. Just a combo. I mean, once we get lock in 3 more, then it's just a matter of mixing 3 around. You know what I mean? No shame in my game. Well, now I'm just like mixing. It's bad. Okay. Oh, it's bad to try to brute force and then also missing. You wouldn't be the gate opener. You wouldn't be... What would you be? I just know that, like, for each of these people, I know, like, they wouldn't be, like, 2 of the names. You're not True heir. Bum, 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 bum. I'm entranced by the music right now, though. You wouldn't be forgotten. You were... You're not the gate opener either. The gate opener has to happen up here. You know what I mean? There we go. So you're the new... Okay. So now we've only got... So you're not the true heir. You'd be the false heir. You're the true heir. And then that would leave... Thank you, Solem. Although this is not the answer that I or my Talo would have wished, without a brief, I cannot claim the crown or scepter. Yeah, so that's what we were saying before. Since he's not married, the rules say that that guy, Ludir, couldn't be the next in crown, you know, in waiting. So then the rules say that then it goes to the woman who's then married to, you know, that whole dead thing. Lenara, that will be a dedicated ruler and bring stability to Trevosa. Although the three are beneath you in every sense, you care for our history and a parent. Thank you. I have one last request. Please watch where you tread and keep your furry Nyset well fed. Ludir. Good shit. I will say, it's, you know, it was a game jam game. I think it was done, I think the rules of the game jam were like 72 hours. Obviously, games like Oberdin and Root Trees Are Dead were, you know, had a big swell. These types of games, like these puzzle-type-esque experiences, had been going, like, really getting popular over the last couple of years. And so it makes sense to, like, try to game jam a game, like, really quickly, you know what I mean? Like, put it together, and, yeah. For something that's made in, what, like, 72 hours to 3 days? Is that the math? Yeah, 3 days worth. Like I said, really clever. I think a smart spin on that. Like, taking Root Trees Are Dead, putting Family Tree together, and then also mixing in, like, this language to make it a little more confusing, and then being that, like, the basis for how you, like, search words and stuff is actually kind of cool. Some nice quality of life, like, things where you can kind of, like, click on any term that's obviously a made-up word, and kind of like put it together and everything. Good shit. Like I said, free experience. I'm not gonna complain. You know, all that, it's still obviously on the slightly more simple side, but I don't think it has to be super difficult. And I found it kind of more enjoyable that it was a sit down and one time sitting like experience, because then you're just kind of like piecing together again the story of these families and the drama, the beefs that the different people have with each other. I kind of like it. I like how it's like got this weird rules to for passing on the crown and everything. I thought that was interesting. Good shit. You were right, that was a good game. Thanks for the recommendation. Did you finish in like 2 minutes? But yeah, look at that. Not only did I finish it, I also got all the notes. 50 of 50. Oh, I added a 50th because of the final winning note. That makes sense. Haven't even opened it. Even by you looking at my screen, like, it's just a bunch of names. You'd forget these names, and if you were like, oh no, it's spoiled or whatever, you would forget these names in like a day or so. If you really want to try it yourself. Like I said, in an under 2 hour experience for me, who's super slow and dumb, I think for most people, especially ones that are into puzzles like this, could probably finish it in like an hour and a half, maybe at most. But yeah, super cool. Really liked it. I can see why people were I was saying hyping it up, but I saw certain people in circles I follow really talking it up as a fun experience for one night. So I like checking shit out like this. Yeah, I didn't read a ton out. This honestly, this is, I'm gonna, at the end of this stream, I'm gonna say this. Probably not And I would say, you know, I wouldn't say this about most of my streams. I think some of my streams are very fun to listen to. This one, probably not fun to listen to at all. This is going to be probably, even if you were like really wanting to see someone play this game, my stream was not good. because I was kind of scanning through a lot of the text. A lot of it is like made up words and stuff that I was like, well, I'm not going to try reading these out loud. They are what they are. But it was fun. Fun little night. And I needed an easy stream, if I'm being honest. And we started late too, so that's great. Okay, so the plan for tomorrow, I'm going to try to check out Raging Loop and see what that's like. Depending on how that goes, we might switch to something else as well tomorrow night, or we might just try to power through and see how much of that we can get through. And that's going to really dictate how much more Raging Loop we might see on the channel. But I'm going to give it at least one shot, and we'll see. Like I said, we're going to do a couple things. I would like to do one of those side stories. I would also like to do, like, just what do they even call it? I forgot what term they call it. I can't even remember the term. It's been like a week and a half or 2 weeks since Raging Loop, but the extra, it's on the tip of my tongue. Emotions. I keep wanting to say emotions. Something with an E. The extra text. I don't know what it is. Fuck it. But we'll figure what that's like. We'll do that tomorrow on Wednesday stream. Thank you. You have yourself a nice night as well. Thanks for popping in. However brief it was. Thanks for watching. That'll be tomorrow's stream. Raging Loop at least to start with. We'll see how that goes. And we'll go from there. Until then, have a nice night. Take it easy. Have a great Wednesday. Bye.